Unsolicited advice. Unsolicited advice. You know it's good to share problems. I rip straight from the public forums. Unsolicited advice.
We should ask that.
So I'm all set. So
I'm set too. At the top of this episode, I'd like to ask: Are these long enough? Because we feel we feel they could be about 45 minutes longer, an hour per, or maybe 45 minutes shorter. So they're negative time. So when you watch
you
the
could
video,
fall asleep and wake up, and we still would be talking
about the same piece of advice from 1992.
Now, what he should do the next day.
So anyway, hi, I'm Ed.
Hello, I'm Dan.
And welcome to Unsolicited, the show where we take a advice column from the past and we rate the question, we rate the answer, and then we
give the worst advice possible.
We do. We give the worst advice that we can think of. So today, I believe Dan's going to randomly choose something from Dear Abby, right? So Dan
that is correct.
He's currently scrolling through the archives of Dear Abby, and I'm going to tell him when to stop. So stop. What do you got? What do you got for us?
I was in 2009 is where I was. So we're in March 14th.
Good archives, that Dear Abby. She's the best of them.
Yeah, whoever did that website.
That's good. Other advice column website designers, please take notes that Dear Abby does it the best.
So this is despondent wife is all alone in marriage to silent husband.
Despondent wife, all alone in marriage to silent husband. Sounds like an age-old problem.
Dear Abby, I am so lonely. My husband refuses to communicate with me or do anything with me. The only outlet I have is work and school. I would like to end this misery, but I don't know where to begin. We have been married for 17 years. Wow, that's a lot longer than I thought going into this. I have never been unfaithful to him, although I have thought about it. Not for the physical aspect, but for the communication. Desperate for someone to talk to.
That's it. That's a question.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that even a question?
I guess the question is... but I don't know where to begin. I would like to end this misery, but I don't know where to begin. So I guess she's asking.
This is a negative one. This is a negative one. This is the worst question I've ever heard in my life. It's barely a question to start.
I mean, we had to go
are there
back
any
and
question
look.
marks? Yeah, we had to. Where's the question?
I'm gonna say a zero. I'll just give it a zero.
So she's at a. Okay, I won't give it a -1 because that would take away from the answer. So the answer can still be a 10.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 0. It's a 0. Not one that I would have chosen as Dear Abby, but it is an age-old problem. So I see the point. So let's hear what Abby has to say.
All right. Dear Desperate, has your marriage always been this way? Again, because this is also 17 years.
That's a question.
right off the bat, she knows.
By the way, this is what a question looks like.
When did this great silence begin? Ooh, I like that, great silence. Most important, why have you tolerated an emotional starvation diet for so long? If you think your marriage is worth saving, offer your husband the chance to repair it through marriage counseling. But be prepared for it to take some time because old habits are hard to break. If not, then accept the fact that you have suffered enough and formalize the reality that you haven't really been married in a very long time. That's it.
Okay. Nice. Short, to the point, easy. I give the answer. Yeah, I give it. Well, first off, if the question is, where do I begin?
She didn't answer it.
She didn't answer it.
I was thinking 7. 7 was in my head, so I'm just going to spit that out.
I'm going 4. I'm going with a 4.
Yeah.
I think that it doesn't hit it head on. She's really asking, like, I think she's kind of asking, like, how do I get a divorce?
Right.
Call a lawyer. Talk to your own counselor. It's the only part. The answer
is there a Cosmopolitan magazine I should look at that'll give me a top 10 list to check off?
The answer to this question goes to, oh, you can't communicate with your husband. Maybe you should communicate with your husband, because she's like, talk to him about going to counseling where he's going to talk. Like, that dude ain't gonna talk. He ain't talked in 17 years. Like, I guess to start off with, like, well, how long has it been going like this? It's obviously been going like this forever. So, yeah, like, maybe I, you know what, I'm gonna give it, you know what, screw my 4. I'm giving the answer a 0 too. I'm going 0 across the board. This is terrible.
You're
This is the worst
making me
one ever.
rethink my 7.
Yeah, well, because you really got 7. You just said 7. Are you even
7.
trying? Yeah, because think about it, right? Like,
right, yeah. I mean, I knew what but I liked everything else, that how she was framing it, because she was kind of responding to that age-old question: do I leave my spouse?
and the answer to that is go to counseling.
Go to counseling before you say yes.
It's like you could have like a doll with the strings in the back, and you pull the string, like you could have a magic 8 ball, and all the little parts of the triangle say go to counseling, and any wedding question, it just says that all the time. I mean, like, go to counseling? Like, that's what I'm looking for, Abby.
So this has got a 7. The total for this one is a 7.
Because you screwed up your answer. It should be a 2 altogether. Anyway, so
Ed,
yeah.
what's your worst advice? I think I got something in my mind.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's hear it. I think I know what the obvious bad advice is, so let's hear it.
She definitely should not get divorced.
No, yeah.
She's gotta just keep doing everything she's doing. Don't even really talk to him. Don't cheat on him. Just keep making breakfast and
it's
stuff.
funny that bad advice is don't cheat on this guy. She should have,
don't cheat on him.
You should absolutely cheat on this guy.
Keep living your miserable life.
I agree. So my advice is the same essentially, but I'm going to add one thing, important feature, because she doesn't have an outlet, Dan. She doesn't have anybody to talk to. Ventriloquism. I think that she should get a ventriloquist dummy that looks exactly like her husband, and that way she can talk to the ventriloquist dummy. She can have sex with it. She can she can do everything she would with her husband, and that way she's got that outlet, and her husband can stay silent. She doesn't have to cheat on him. She can pretend it's him talking to her and sharing her feelings. And I think it solves every problem. So stay with him, stick it through, get your ventriloquist dummy to talk to and have sex with.
Just like I said before about anytime you think someone thinks, having a threesome is going to solve a problem, I think anytime someone suggests getting a ventriloquist dummy to solve a problem is also.
It's all a bad idea.
I'm going to give you this one because.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Because of the.
I did piggyback off yours, but yours was pretty obvious. Like, stay with the guy is the obvious bad advice.
Well, now that we can't, but
kill
anyone.
Honestly, though, that's her advice. No, and we should talk about the rules of this show. Is that the advice can never involve violent crime. There's no killing people. There's none of that. This is straight up advice that you might see in a 90s sitcom. That's pretty much the level of advice we're giving here. So thank you for the victory in that one. I thought it was a bit inspired. And I appreciate your vote. I also vote for myself. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you again for joining us for yet another episode of Unsolicited with Dan and Ed, and we hope to see you very soon. We're gonna be knocking these episodes. What does my animated person look like when I make nonsense babbling sounds?
Ooh, we'll figure it out.
We're gonna see, aren't we? All right.
Yes.
Thanks again for joining us. Please, if you have worse advice, pop in the comments. If you have if it elicits any intense emotions, pop in the comments. And we should always say at the beginning of an episode that we are not qualified to give advice. We do not want you to send us questions because we're not going to answer them.
We're only qualified to give bad advice.
Bad advice.
As
all we have screwed up our own lives so much that we are uniquely qualified to give outstandingly bad advice. So that's what we're here for. So thanks again, and we hope to see you next episode.
Stay frosty, my friends.
Stay frosty. Are you trying to get a freaking catchphrase? Are you trying for a Dan?
Unsolicited advice. unsolicited